Hello, everyone. Good later afternoon to you all. I see some of you have joined. I already started to watch the commentary that I can see on the channel. How is everyone? Hello, Windless Flame. Hi, Rajesh. Hi, Navneet. How are you? Hi, JJ. Uh, how is everyone? Let me know in the comments below. How are we feeling? I feel like I will share my screen. Hi, Ashish. Namaste. They were actually saying some interesting info. I just kind of muted it down for kicking out. Hi, my vlogs. Hello, Kirahita. Hi Yash, how are you? How is everyone feeling about this mission? They were talking about like how it's going to orbit around the sun for 5 years. Very interesting, taking all the activity. Uh, uh, hello Ashu. Um, hi, hi Akshay. Hi. So, what are we expecting of today? You guys tell me. I'm going to also share my screen so we can watch it together. Hi, Rock. Okay, you're excited. Wonderful. Hi, Prashant. Yeah, I'm actually super curious. I will share my screen and we'll just watch it live because I love the information they were just discussing, and it's so funny because like the two anchors that I know from the videos that I reacted to, so I feel like you guys, I'm learning. I'm already knowing so much more than I did when I started. Of course. Hello. It's time to capture the sun. I love it. Okay, let me just share the screen. I just muted it, so I'll just.
Or not do we want to reach an elite club, but just the fact that India's not a country behind anymore on any sort of space missions. And of course, the
Can you
excitement
hear
here will
that?
build on just moments before the launch as these
Like,
young minds are
thank
being
you.
told about
Hi,
India's
Tushar,
sun
thank
mission
you
today.
so
Shiv, back
much.
to you.
It's absolutely incredible. Young minds, ignited minds, expressing their pride about ISRO and what our scientists are doing
Maybe
today
signs are next
is
very
something
good.
that cannot be replicated. It's something that is going to have so
So what
many
are we
benefits
hoping?
going into the
Yeah,
future,
I've opened this
making
row
India
live.
more than just
This
the
is
kind of
the
space
channel.
power it already is, but a country
on.
that is seen to be one to be emulated even by the big established space powers
Oh, this is
like the
business
United States,
today.
Europe, Russia, and others.
Ah,
I'm going to stay live with these pictures. I don't want to move away from these pictures now because it's.
hold on. See now this one. Okay, here we go. Can you guys see? Let me know. Oh yeah, but they were saying interesting things in the news, and
TC
I was like,
Sharon
I
and
know
2.
these anchors. I
Go
already
ahead.
know these anchors.
Yep, sir. Both telemetry carriers are on.
Copied.
Ah, shit, yeah. I think on the last one, on Chandrayaan, I did not get a copyright, but yeah, you're right about the CNN. So this is fun. Yeah. It's just so interesting to see, like, like you have this huge rocket, and what is left out of it when it leaves, like, all the layers and the touches from everything. I like that. Hello, Rosh. Let's go get the sun today. I know, it reminds me of, I don't know, Minions were only for the moon, right? Like, in the Minions, they were capturing the moon. I don't know if you're familiar with the Despicable Me movies. Hi, Oxom. Yeah, I'm so curious because obviously, like they were saying on the news that that obviously still a lot of is unknown, and they will be studying the light in itself. So I'm just super curious. Yeah. Morning, Rayesh. So what is going to happen in 1 minute? Because it was supposed to happen in 1 minute. Yeah, do you think that they are going to launch it? Because I think on CNN it looked like it was, I think it was like a countdown, like a 20 minutes. Let me just Google something. Ta-da! So you later guys have a game. Tell me about it. Who is watching the cricket? I know it is something that you all love.
All stations stand by for the time mark.
Okay, something is
T
happening.
minus 30 minutes and counting.
Okay, okay, here we go.
Platforms range real-time network readiness for PSLV C57 ADITYA L-1 mission launch.
It's the 150 days to reach the sun. You watched the Minions movie, Sushi. Yeah, so there is a Minions movie and there is a Despicable Me 1 and 2. And I think in 1 and 2 they're trying to, I think in the
ROD,
first one
Roger.
they're trying to capture the moon.
Calling P1, switch on the pulsars.
नमस्कार, एक बार फिर स्वागत है आप सभी दर्शकों का। मैं
Pulsar is
विकास
on.
स्वर्णकार
Roger.
यहाँ श्रीहरिकोटा के मिशन नियंत्रण कक्ष से इस मिशन की समीक्षा प्रस्तुत करूंगा और मेरे साथ हैं इंग्लिश
Maybe means
कमेंटेटर
that
मिस
creates
माधुरी पी।
common license,
सबसे पहले आप
meaning
सभी
the
दर्शकों
calculated
को
calls, like
हार्दिक
the
शुभकामनाएं और
there is
बधाइयां
no
चंद्रयान
copyright
3
strike,
मिशन
right?
की जिसने पूर्ण सफलता के साथ
Yay!
23 अगस्त 2023 को चंद्रमा की सतह पर लैंडर की सकुशल लैंडिंग की और इसके बाद रोवर ने पृथ्वी से 3,80,000 किलोमीटर दूर चंद्रमा पर विचरण कर भारत की अमिट छाप छोड़ दी है। इसके साथ ही भारत चंद्रमा के दक्षिणी ध्रुव पर सकुशल उतरने वाला विश्व का पहला देश बन
P2,
चुका
switch
है।
on the pulsars.
यह सब संभव हो पाया है इसरो के कुशल मार्गदर्शन
pulsar on.
और वैज्ञानिकों के अथक प्रयास से। लेकिन
I
ये
love how
तो
they're
सिर्फ
all
शुरुआत
lined up
है।
again, like they were for
चंद्र
Chandrayaan. Everyone's expecting.
अब इसरो तेजोमय
Hi,
सूर्य के
Shivana.
अध्ययन के प्रयोजन से आदित्य L1 नामक अंतरिक्ष यान को आज
P3
2
switch on the
सितंबर
pulsars.
2023 को
I hope there will
श्रीहरिकोटा के
still be
द्वितीय
on
प्रमोशन
at
मंच
some
से
point.
भारतीय मानक समय के अनुसार सुबह 11:50 पर PSLV C57 रॉकेट द्वारा प्रमोचित करेगा। आइए चलें सूर्य की ओर और विज्ञान के कुछ और रहस्यों से पर्दा उठाने और वैज्ञानिक तकनीक का प्रदर्शन करने। तो
Look,
बने
there are
रहिए
so
हमारे
many
साथ
people. Who
आज
is
के इस मिशन में जिसका
like
नाम है PSLV
is it taking place in the
C57
exact
आदित्य
same
L1
place
मिशन।
where Chandrayaan 3 was launched? Because it looks like it's similar pictures and people with
Namaste
their
viewers.
umbrellas.
The Indian Space Research
switch on the
Organization
pulsars.
is gearing for its rendezvous with the sun.
R2 pulsar on.
To take you along on the live telecast of this momentous event today, I am Madhuri, giving the commentary in English.
P4 MOTR, you can switch
With
on the
me is
radiation.
my co-commentator, Shri Vikas Swarnkar, who will be giving the commentary in Hindi.
Copied.
We are about to
One
script
for this time.
yet another chapter in the glorious space research history of India. Today, the workhorse rocket PSLV C57 will carry Aditya L1, the solar observatory of India, to be placed at a vantage point from where it will be able to continuously observe the sun and while being in the visibility of Earth-based ground stations. 10 days ago, India became the first country in the world to safely land a spacecraft in the
All
South Polar
stations
regions
stand by
on the
for the
moon.
time mark.
I'm
T-minus
sure many
27
of you were the
minutes.
eager and proud spectators of the Chandrayaan 3 landing that was being telecast from
Yes, we
this
were
track
spectators, right?
situated in
Love it.
Bangalore.
Roger.
30
We
minutes.
bring to you an integration film for the PSLV C57 that took place in Satish Dhawan Space Center, Shar, Sriharikota.
Hello. So there is an integration film. I'm very curious. Okay, that's something they're
अभी आप
bringing.
अपने स्क्रीन पर देख रहे हैं
Love
यह है
it.
प्रथम कोर चरण S139 बूस्टर का
Guys, feel
नोजल
free to
सेगमेंट।
like the
इस
video
प्रथम
to make
चरण के
sure that
साथ
it reaches
ये
everyone.
शुरुआत होती है और यह
Oh,
मिडिल
please do
सेगमेंट
so.
को इसके ऊपर संयोजित किया जा रहा है। ऐसे 3 मिडिल सेगमेंट
Roger.
इसके ऊपर संयोजित किए जाएंगे और अंत में हेड एंड सेगमेंट सबसे ऊपर की ओर संयोजित किया जाएगा और इस तरह तैयार होता है PSLV का प्रथम
Wow.
चरण कोर बूस्टर S139। इसमें 139 टन का प्रणोदक होता है और यह इग्नाइटर है जो इसे प्रज्वलित करता है। इस
12 p.m.
मिशन पे यह है PSLV C57 एक्सेल मिशन। तो इसमें है 6 स्ट्रेपॉन बूस्टर्स, हर एक में 12
It's
टन के
always
नोदक
fascinating,
भरे जाते
right?
हैं।
Like how they
यह
create
सब
all of
ठोस
this.
नोदक पर आधारित हैं।
You know, all these missions just like make me feel like how smart these people
यह
are. They're actually
SIPVC
building
टैंक
stuff like
को
that.
उठाकर इसके साथ
They know
संयोजित
what
किया
to
जा रहा
do,
है।
how much preparation goes
इंटर
into.
स्टेज आप देख रहे हैं, इसमें रेट्रो मोटर्स लगे हुए हैं पृथक्कन के लिए।
It's called Space Horse. Before space that created reusable rockets used to be cheapest
और
means
यह है
to send
द्वितीय
satellites
चरण,
to space.
जो कि तरल नोदक पर आधारित चरण है। इसमें विकास इंजन लगा हुआ है।
All stations
And here is the
stand by for
second
the time
stage
mark.
of the PSLV rocket,
T-minus
prepared in
25
the
minutes and
subsystem
counting.
preparation
Yes,
facility
please.
and
Please do
brought to
like
the
the
vehicle
video so we
assembly
get more
building of the
people
second
joining the
launch
stream.
pad to be integrated on the first stage of the rocket. Here you can see the third stage PS3 and PS4 being moduled
Roger.
and placed inside
You know, it is
the
just so
respective
cool that you
shroud and then
have
handled
ISRO.
together
Roger.
to be moved
In
to
all
the vehicle
honesty, like
assembly building.
obviously, like for example, like many other nations don't have that. So to watch how this is being done and launched, it's really fascinating.
ये नज़ारा आप देख रहे हैं
And
व्हीकल
that's again
असेंबली
super
बिल्डिंग
good
का,
to
जहां
ISRO.
पर पूरे व्हीकल को
Love it.
असेंबल किया जाता है।
These are
और
the visuals from the
And-
clean room of the spacecraft preparation facility.
And again, they have that
This is
solar
the
as well.
ADITYA L-1 spacecraft being prepared and ensconced into a protective container
Wow.
where the environment is controlled and the temperature is controlled, the cleanliness is controlled.
Wow, and everyone is
At the
here.
vehicle assembly building, again, there is a clean room provision to safely integrate it to the rocket,
Wow.
and then the heat shield halves are closed. Now the vehicle is fully ready to be moved to the launch pad,
Wow.
which is about 900 meters away.
So they were doing it last night.
This is PSLV C-57 standing majestically.
Wow.
अभी अभी आपने देखा PSLV
I
C-57
presume,
का
what do you guys
इंटीग्रेशन
think,
वीडियो।
right? Like since Chandrayaan went
यह पूरी
out
तरह
so
तैयार
smooth, like I
और
don't think
कुछ
we're
अंतिम
anticipating any
गतिविधियां जारी हैं, अंतिम जांच जारी हैं प्रमोशन से पहले
issues
की।
here, right?
We are bringing this telecast to you live from the Mission Control Center at Satish Dhawan Space Center, Shar, Sriharikota. The launch will take place
T-minus
today,
23 minutes and counting.
the 2nd of September 2023 at 11:50 hours in time from
Control
the
to
second
all
launch
stations.
pad.
All stations switch over to channel 2 at
The
T-minus
PSLV
20 minutes.
C-57 in
No
its
confirmation
Excel
is
version
needed
will
to
carry
control.
ADITYA L-1 spacecraft having a mass of 1,480 kilograms. The mission
So it
intends
is
to place the
really hot
spacecraft
out there,
in 235 by
You know what? It's not so
19,500
cold. Like it's
kilometers
not
orbit
like 33
with an
degrees,
inclination
23
of
degrees. So it's
19.2 degrees.
winter
The
here.
total mission duration will be 3,799 seconds or 63 minutes 19 seconds. Apart from Doordarshan, you can watch the live telecast on ISRO website,
Roger.
YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.
Yeah. Wow.
अब हम प्रमोशन से 22 मिनट की दूरी पर हैं।
Interesting.
आदित्य L1 सूर्य का अध्ययन करने वाला पहला अंतरिक्ष आधारित भारतीय मिशन है। इस मिशन से
Yeah.
आदित्य
Feel
L1
free, guys,
नामक
to
अंतरिक्ष
continue,
यान
like,
को
and share
सूर्य
this
पृथ्वी
video so
प्रणाली
that we
में
get
लैग्रेंज
more
1 पॉइंट
people in the
के चारों
party
ओर
towards
एक
this
प्रभामंडल
for
कक्षा
a
में
moment
स्थापित
together.
किया जाएगा।
That looks super
यह
duper
लैग्रेंज पॉइंट
cool.
पृथ्वी से लगभग
And
15
after
लाख
that, you can
किलोमीटर
go
दूर
off
है।
and watch your
इस तरह L1 पर रखे
Who's
गए
watching the
उपग्रह को
cricket
सूर्य
today?
को बिना किसी आच्छादन या ग्रहण के
Control to all
लगातार
stations.
Only
देखा जा
44
सकता
like,
है।
guys,
Channel
please
2 at
like the
T-minus
video.
20. No confirmation is needed
यह
to
अंतरिक्षयान
So we
विद्युत
increase the
चुंबकीय
reach.
और कण चुंबकीय क्षेत्र
It's
सूचकांकों का
compared
उपयोग
to
करके
easy
फोटोस्फीयर,
consideration of
क्रोमोस्फीयर और सूर्य
space
के
is
सबसे बाहरी
something out
परत,
of
जिसे हम
human
कोरोना के नाम
control,
से जानते
I
हैं,
suppose.
इनका निरीक्षण
Okay.
करने के लिए
So that should
इसमें
be
7
what you
नितभार लगे
calls
हुए हैं।
pretty like, I guess, smooth sailing.
इनमें से 4 नितभार सीधे सूर्य की गतिकी का अध्ययन करेंगे तथा अन्य 3
That's
नितभार
great.
L1 बिंदु पर
And
कणों
please
और
for
क्षेत्रों का
everyone,
यथास्थिति
also
अध्ययन
subscribe
करेंगे।
to the channel that
इस
you're
तरह
already
आदित्य
at.
L1 उपग्रह के नितभार
Thank
कोरोनल
you.
तापन, कोरोनल मास
Kilometer.
इजेक्शन, प्री फ्लेयर और फ्लेयर गतिविधियों और उनकी विशेषताओं और अंतरिक्ष मौसम की गतिशीलता को समझने के लिए अत्यधिक महत्वपूर्ण जानकारी प्रदान करेंगे। अब आपके सामने प्रस्तुत है
You know what I'm
आदित्य
actually
L1
really
curtain
curious
raiser.
about? So when you get these broadcasts, and part of it is in Hindi and part of it is in English, like how are you used to that? Like which language do you listen to? Like how does that work for you?
C-57 is prepared to launch the 1,480 kg Aditya L-1 spacecraft into Earth-bound orbit, from which it will be placed into a halo orbit around the L-1 point in 4
It
months.
is 8 o'clock.
The satellite
here.
is intended to study
Hi,
the
Shah.
sun and how it
Hi,
impacts the
Vikram.
heliosphere.
Feel free to like the video and subscribe.
The sun, which is the center of our solar system and has always fascinated humans, is a ball of hot gases
Understand
formed
all
by the
languages,
nuclear
but isn't it
fusion
like weird
process.
that you have English and then
The visible
like
outer
Hindi and
surface of the
then
sun is known as the photosphere, followed by the chromosphere and then the corona. After initially dropping through the chromosphere, the sun's temperature abruptly rises in the corona, reaching extremely high values of 1 to 3 million Kelvin. The Aditya L-1 mission has 7 scientific payloads to conduct a comprehensive study of
weird
the
for
sun.
me. I think it would be weird if I
The
would like
visible emission
to
line
listen to
coronagraph,
languages. I don't know.
VELC,
I don't know what
investigates
to
the
make out
solar corona and the dynamics
I'm
of
not sure.
coronal mass ejections.
Hi,
The Solar Ultraviolet Imaging Telescope,
Yeah, guys,
SOOT
please
payload
do
scans
like
the
this
solar
video
disk
so we
in
can
near
increase the reach
ultraviolet light and detects
remember
fluctuations
to subscribe to
in
the
solar
channel.
irradiance. The Aditya Solar Wind Particle Experiment Aspects and Plasma Analyzer Package for Aditya Papa payloads investigate the solar wind and energetic ions, as well as their energy distributions. The Solar Low Energy
I love
X-ray
you, Risha.
Spectrometer, SOLEXIS, and the High Energy L1 Orbiting X-ray Spectrometer, HELIOS, analyze X-ray flares from the sun over a wide
I
energy
think the
range.
launch time is around 30 minutes.
The magnetometer payload is designed to measure the interplanetary magnetic field at the L1 point.
Okay.
Aditya L1 is equipped to take in situ measurements of charged particles and fields at L1 and is dedicated to studying the sun across several energy bands. The Lagrange point L1 is located around 1.5 million kilometers from the Earth, between the sun and the Earth. These observations are best made from a vantage point that provides a continuous view of the sun. All payloads are designed in close coordination with ISRO centers and national laboratories like as IIA, IUCAA, and PRL.
Time is 8 o'clock.
With this mission, ISRO will once again demonstrate its position in space exploration.
Wow. Okay. Really nice.
We are 17 minutes 23 seconds from the launch time. The countdown for PSLV C-57 Aditya L-1 mission has been 24 hours long. It had started yesterday.
Okay.
During the countdown, critical activities have been carried out on the launch vehicle and the spacecraft. The propellant have been serviced into the launch vehicle stages. The bottles storing the gases for command and control operations have been charged to pre-launch pressure levels. The onboard batteries have been charged. Now, in a little while, we'll go to the automatic launch sequence initiation, for which the preparations are underway in the launch and mission control centers.
ROD to Mission Director. Range is ready for PSLV C-57 Aditya L1
Guys, please do like this video. Let's increase the reach to watch this together.
TTC Director confirms readiness of all ISTRAC stations and network for supporting
अभी आपने सुना
C-57 Aditya L1 mission.
Mission Director Roger.
उपग्रह निदेशक, रेंज निदेशक, टेलीमेट्री, टेलीकमांड निदेशक तथा यान निदेशक ने अपने तंत्रों की सूचना मिशन निदेशक को दे दी है।
Yes, you know what? I'm actually streaming this through StreamYard.
इसके पश्चात
Yeah, and I'm also seeing the live messages through
संतोषजनक होने पर
like a StreamYard studio. So I, for
Authorization Board
example, yeah.
have already given clearance for
And
proceeding with the
I see
countdown
the
and launch
super sticker.
of
They just
PSLV
sometimes come
C57
on.
ADITYA L1
So
mission.
yeah.
All operations in the countdown sequence till automatic launch sequence
Hi,
have been
Raghujan.
completed satisfactorily.
There is
Based on the
checks in
clearance
17
obtained
minutes.
from launch
Okay.
vehicle, spacecraft,
Let's
range,
see what
and
he's
distract
saying.
network stations, and prevailing
Oh,
favorable
GG,
weather
thank you
conditions,
so much.
Mission
And
Director
with that
hereby
tip,
authorizes
everyone
to
do
initiate
like and
launch operation
subscribe and
sequence for the
share.
launch of PSLV
Because
C57
there's only 90
ADITYA
likes and it's
L1
almost
mission at
360 of us
11:50 hours
watching.
IST today.
So
That
please
is
do
2nd
increase the
September
reach.
2023.
All stations to note.
See, this is the thing. I don't think that this is a poor country. I don't think of India as a poor country.
अभी अभी आपने
So
देखा
I
इस
think it's
मिशन के
amazing
मिशन डायरेक्टर श्री SR Viju ने इस मिशन का
as well. And I mentioned earlier, maybe you just joined now, that it's great to watch because obviously, like countries as small as mine, we don't have these things, so I don't get
Automatic launch
to be
launch
anywhere
sequence
else
initiated for
excited with
PSLV
anyone.
C57 ADITYA L1 mission.
This is really nice for me to have
The
a
automatic
variety of
launch
people,
sequence, the
to
initiation
watch
has been
such an
announced,
amazing thing with,
and
the
hereafter a very
animation
critical
that
capsule of
obviously super capable
performance
with
validation for the launch vehicle
you
systems
know,
will be carried out,
whole bunch
and
of
very close to the launch time, control will be passed on to the onboard computers.
I mean, the more I learn about India, I think the more I
जी हाँ ऑटोमेटिक लॉन्च
I
सीक्वेंस
really
चालू हो चुका
realize
है
how vastly different the
ALS
countries
शुरू
are
होने के पश्चात
divided into, but
रॉकेट स्वचालित
completely
होकर
different
सर्वप्रथम
to how people in
T-0.3
my part
सेकंड्स
of the
पर
world
RCT
would
का
think,
प्रज्वलन
and
शुरू
I
करेगा
think this
और
creates
T0 पर
lots of
4 बूस्टर S139 का
misunderstandings, or
प्रज्वलन
you
शुरू
guys
होगा
think that the West is thinking X,
लेकिन इस
but in
दौरान वह
reality,
स्वचालित
West
तरीके
is
से
absolutely not
सभी जांच
thinking
जारी
that.
रखे हुए है
So it
PS2
I
control
think
system
once I
production
get
chain
more
IQ chain in
insights,
progress.
as I
On your TV
engage
screens,
with you,
Honorable Minister
find
of
out
State
more
for
about
Science and
India, I think
Technology
I
and
might
Prime Minister's
create a
Office,
video on that
Dr.
one.
Jitendra Singh.
Can you try to speak in India just for fun? Don't know.
This mission is
Yeah,
the 91st launch mission of ISRO
I'm not very
and
good with
59th
accents.
of
I'm good with
Workhorse
like
PSLV.
with
As mentioned
American
earlier,
accents,
PSLV's
trying to
Excel
do
version
like
with
they
6
have
strap-on
valley
motors
girl, like
alongside the core
Russian type of accent. I'm
L-139
not very
motor
good with accents.
is being used for the present mission.
I'm afraid.
This is the 25th time PSLV Excel is getting ready for launch. So far in the year 2023, ISRO has launched SSLV's maiden successful mission, 2 commercial missions of PSLV, 1 mission of GSLV carrying the first among the second generation of navigation satellites,
Like I know
1 commercial mission of
everything out there,
LVM-3,
but I feel
and
like
another mission
I
of LVM-3
want
again,
to be
carrying the prestigious
I'm not
Chandrayaan-3
good. It's
spacecraft.
pretty.
PS4 control system activation in progress.
I'm good, SK. I'm good. It's early morning for me. I actually went to bed last night, really late.
आदित्य L1
So
जो कि एक अंतरिक्ष यान है इस मिशन का इसको पृथ्वी से 235 बाय 19,500
guys,
किलोमीटर
feel
की
free
निम्न भूकक्षा में
to share and
19.2
subscribe,
डिग्री
and let's see if we can maybe
के
get
झुकाव
to
के
like
साथ अंतक्षेपित
1,000
किया
likes
जाएगा इस कक्षा में
this
निर्धारित
video, so
आर्गुमेंट
we
ऑफ
get more
पेरिजी
people on the channel and they
346.6 डिग्री को
can have
प्राप्त
the
करने
fun
के लिए
party together.
PSLV के चतुर्थ चरण को 2 बार
Video volume.
प्रज्वलित कर इसे प्राप्त किया
Okay,
जाएगा
is it better now?
आर्गुमेंट ऑफ
PS3
पेरिजी
control
असेंडिंग
system
मोड
activation
और
in
पेरिजी
progress.
के बीच के कोण है जिसे कक्षीय तल के
I
साथ
mean,
मापा जाता है
obviously part of the Hindi is hi trailer on videos.
आदित्य L1 के इस दीर्घाकार कक्षा में
hard,
अंतक्षेपण के पश्चात उचित समय पर और उचित अभिवृत्ति
yesterday
में
was
अंतरिक्ष यान में
as
लगे
we're
लिक्विड एपोजी
talking, I
मोटर्स
was
को फायर
actually
कर कक्षांतरण किया
fantasizing
जाएगा
about going to
और इस
India
तरह
on
5वीं बार में
holidays.
LAM
I'm able
मोटर
to have
को
it
फायर कर
this
यान
year.
को पृथ्वी की प्रभावी
And
क्षेत्र
I
से
was looking at
बाहर निकलने
Goa.
में समुचित गति प्राप्त की
So
जाएगी
feel free in the
फिर वह
meantime
पृथ्वी
give
की
me
कक्षा
kind
से
of any
छोड़कर
tips
सूर्य
on
की कक्षा में प्रवेश
if
करेगा
you know
और
Goa,
ऐसा
because
करते
I was
हुए
looking like
यह करीब
I didn't
125
realize that
दिनों का
Maldives
समय
were
लगेगा
not far from India.
125 दिनों बाद यह L1 पॉइंट के
So
पास
I was
पहुंचकर
like, oh, if I
और
went
उसकी
to
परिक्रमा
Maldives
करना
for 2
शुरू
or
कर
3
देगा
days, because there's obviously not much to do. I
और
just
यही
want
वह
to
L1
see,
पॉइंट
because
है जहां पर
apparently
से
they're
यह
going
अपने
to be
वैज्ञानिक
vanished
उद्देश्यों
very
का भी
soon.
प्रतिपादन करेगा
But where in Goa, JJ? Like, how do you like? You
अब
have
हम
lots of
उड़ान से 11 मिनट
airports.
की दूरी पर
I wanted to make it
Let me, in
logistically
the
like.
meantime, tell the viewers about the flight events that
Hi,
the
Reaction
launch of
Bye.
PSLV
Hello.
C-57
Hello,
Aditya
yes.
L-1 will take.
Oh, thank you
This
for
mission
the
is
very
among the
first
longest
chat.
flights of PSLV. It is going to
Oh,
last
as
for
well. I
63
just think
minutes
I
and
will
19
want to
seconds.
do in perhaps like 2 weeks.
The liftoff coincides with the ignition of core S-139 solid rocket motor
Well,
and the
seriously, I
ignition
don't
of the
really
4
drink
groundlit
alcohol much.
strap-ons.
I mean,
While the
obviously,
rocket
like when
is
you're
at
on holidays, you
2.7
just drink
kilometers
like
altitude,
casual with your friends.
the 2 airlit strap-ons also
I'm a
commence
big
their
alcohol
operation.
fan, actually, me.
The action time of strap-on motors
Yeah,
is
like,
70 seconds,
okay, because
and
I
the
was
groundlit
thinking, like,
and
I was
airlit
looking at
strap-ons are separated from the
Airbnbs
ongoing
and
launch vehicle at 70 and
it looks
92
good
seconds into
there.
the flight, respectively.
So,
The
how
core
did
S-139 motor continues to thrust till 110 seconds. Since the second
T
stage
minus
of
10 minutes and
PSLV operates on pressure-fed liquid engine, the optimal performance of the engine is ensured
Hi,
if the
Amit.
effect
Time, do you reckon?
thrust cutoff or
there will be
separation of the lower
Martians
stage is
in the
countered by additional means of thrust
I
generation.
wonder,
Therefore, the alleged
like, I
motors
think it
provided for
must be
this purpose
convinced
ignite
that
3 seconds
the,
before the first stage separation and
that
continue to
the world is
thrust
not
for
going to
11 seconds.
survive. Like, there
The
were
second
just
stage,
people
PS2,
populated
commences its operation
places that were
200 milliseconds
underpopulated.
after the
I don't
separation
even
of
know what
first
to think
stage.
about
By this
all of
time,
this,
the rocket
but
would have
I
attained
think
55 kilometers altitude.
everything. I
The closed
feel
loop
like
guidance
everything
is
that when they
initiated,
send to Mars, everything
which compares
fails.
the
Like the
present
conditions
stage
on
of
Mars are
rocket to the
so
intended injection point to
specific
compute an
to
optimal
recreate.
trajectory.
So
This happens
yeah.
while the rocket is
Hi,
at
Michael. Good morning.
59.7 kilometers altitude. At
Well,
204
it's
seconds into the
5
flight,
years of
the payload
India.
fairing is separated.
100 years free.
As the launch vehicle attains 113 kilometers
Interesting.
altitude and the dense
I
atmosphere
just so you know,
is no
like
longer
we were
present around.
enslaved by Hungarians for 1,000 years as Slovak people. So
These events are taking place in the operational
interesting. I
regime
don't
of the
think those
second
Slovak
stage, which
people were
lasts
like
for
really ever
153
fight,
seconds.
but
PS2 was
the audio is
separated
low. I was supposed to lower it down.
262.4 seconds into the flight at an altitude of 130
Is
kilometers,
the audio like?
while the
Let's
relative
everyone give me
velocity is
feedback.
4.9 kilometers per
Is this
second.
good? Can you hear me?
The third stage, PS3, ignites about a second later and
All right,
burns for
thank
118
you.
seconds, during which time it adds 12
Okay, is it
kilometers to the
still low
altitude
for the
and
audio?
enhances relative velocity tremendously from 4.9 kilometers per second to 7.3 kilometers per second. There's a coast phase of 200 seconds that follow PS3 burnout, during which there is no thrust being developed, but the rocket continues to be steered. At 581 seconds
Yeah.
into the flight, the PS3 separates, and the last and the
Yeah, it
fourth
looks
stage
creepy.
of
I
the
went to bed
rocket,
really late last
together
night.
with the
Actually
Aditya
watched the
L-1
movie in Blonde.
spacecraft, coasts for a long,
And
long time thereafter.
how the Chinese fighter just like I was just
Till
actually wondering you
1396
also have
seconds into
women
flight, the
fighters
tracking
and
stations at
stuff like
Shah,
in
Port Blair,
ancient
Brunei, and
history and
back will be
stuff.
acquiring the real-time
And what
performance
shocked
data of the
me
flight.
that I did not know that
But thereafter, there is no
the whole
visibility
concept of
period of
arranged
around
marriage also in
1600
China
seconds or 27 minutes.
increase your
The
and
fourth
decrease
stage burns
life.
twice.
I
First
don't
time for a duration of 30
it's
seconds,
like
and
something.
second time for a duration of 472 seconds. The first burn takes place in no visibility zone.
Is it
The
better
second
now?
burn
You
is
guys
tracked
tell
by a
me.
shipborne terminal placed in
Can you hear me
passenger
better
position.
now? I've just tried to balance
About 200 seconds after
the
the completion
sound.
of second burn of PS4, the
I don't,
injection
the
conditions
thing is that
for
I
the
can't
separation
like
of Aditya L1 are expected to
increase
be
my
achieved.
sound. It doesn't quite
An
work that
altitude of
way. I just have to decrease the
648.7
volume
kilometers
on. Yes, is better.
and a
How
relative
exactly to decrease
velocity
the
of
Israel sound?
8.9
Not
kilometers
hear
per
your
second,
voice. Is it better?
which translates
Better
into an
now.
orbit of
Okay. I will try
235
to
by
maybe decrease it just a tiny
19,500
bit
kilometers.
more.
The injection event of Aditya L1 will be confirmed by
Okay.
tracking station
Okay.
at Koru.
Cool. Yes, better.
The
Oh,
commercial
we got
phase
there.
that
We
will
got
low
there.
Earth orbit
Amazing.
Aditya L1 will
Thank you,
undergo a
guys.
series of
Thank
earthbound
you.
orbit raising, and eventually
Now
it
I
will
can
exit
barely hear, but
Earth's
what's
sphere of
she
influence
saying?
to leave
Yes, can we do
Lagrange's
300
point
likes?
L1.
So can everyone that is on
The
this
journey is
channel right
spanning over
now
4
please
months.
like the
There it
video?
will be placed in a
Wow.
halo orbit around L1. This is how India's first observatory class
You know what? I
space-based
think that
solar
India should
mission
just do what India
will take
wants
shape.
to do. I don't think that they should care about what the world thinks. Private per capita gold in the world where others don't.
उड़ान से
You
6
know
किलोमीटर
what?
दूरी
It's
पर
it's
है
actually
यह रैंकिंग
interesting
जारी
because, for
है
example, in Slovakia,
सभी जांच
I
सुचारू रूप
think
से
we're
जारी
not
है
like a very rich country, but I think that we have what
इस दौरान
Slovak people like to do. They
यहाँ
like to
उपस्थित
own their
आपको
own
देखिए
properties,
यहाँ
whereas that's not the case in the West. So
व्यूअर्स
I
गैलरी
think
में
that, you know, like
सोशल
when you
मीडिया
are
उपस्थित
looking at some
जातीय
metrics, that might be skewed.
का
So
आज देखते हुए
yeah.
बनता है
Okay, video sound
अपनी
before the launch. You
मौसम
have to,
मालूमात लगभग 35
Sanket, tell
डिग्री
me
का
what's gonna,
टेम्परेचर है
when that is
वायु
about to
गति 0.8
happen.
मीटर पर सेकेंड इन सब के बावजूद यहाँ
I
फर्स्ट
am
एरिया
from
है इसलिए
Slovakia, Vishal. This is in Central Europe, and I can. So this is the thing. I was arguing with my Indian friend actually about this. Like the West is actually not jealous. Like no one is jealous. I'm not too sure where this whole jealousy is coming from. We've had a discussion about that, but that is not how we definitely perceive it. That is kind of what you guys always say, and it shocks me. And I would love
Satish
to know
Dhawan's Space
why you
Center
think
has
that the
its own
West is
meteorological
jealous,
department which keeps a very close
because I don't think that they
watch
really
on the
care to
weather
start
along
with,
space.
and I, you know,
Weather
like
today
I'm
is
personally
going to be dry
interested because
and
I
hot.
think this is amazing,
The skies will remain
but I
clear.
don't think anyone is jealous.
Ground winds
So,
will be benign and upper winds also are benign for the flight of PSLV
like
C57
I
Aditya
understand
L1.
that, for example, like if a country is successful, um,
We have 4 minutes, 23 seconds to the launch.
and yeah, and I think when a country is successful, maybe obviously there would be other political forces behind it that might want to discredit things. But I don't think it's about jealousy. I think it's about, like, you know, making sure that a certain country doesn't progress as fast. So thank you, Indian. Can we get this video to 1K likes? 4 minutes to launch.
मिशन लगभग 2000 सेकेंड में प्राप्त कर लिए जाते हैं लेकिन यह मिशन कुछ अलग है इस मिशन में पीएसएलवी के चतुर्थ चरण यानी PS4 को 2 बार में प्रज्वलित कर
Yes, it is 8:16 right now in Slovakia.
PS4 को प्रथम कोस्टिंग फेज के बाद प्रज्वलित किया जाएगा फिर 30 सेकंड प्रज्वलित रहकर यह बंद हो जाएगा फिर करीब 1600 सेकंड की कोस्टिंग फेज जारी रहेगी तत्पश्चात फिर से PS4 को प्रज्वलित कर 472 सेकंड तक प्रणोद उत्पन्न किया जाएगा और फिर शांत हो जाएगा आदित्य L1 के कक्षा की स्थिति प्राप्त होते ही उसे निर्दिष्ट कक्षा में अंतक्षेपित किया जाएगा इस तरह पूरे मिशन में लगभग 3800 सेकंड का समय लगेगा
Look, guys, obviously you're entitled to your opinion, right? Like, I'm just giving you what I think, and I've been living in my part of the world. I think you know, this is what I'm just trying to understand it, because I really don't think anyone is jealous. Thank you, Heinz.
ट्रैकिंग के संदर्भ में भी काफी जटिल है इसे ट्रैक करने के लिए
3 minutes
शार्क,
left.
प्लेयर,
Yes.
ड्रोने और बैग स्थित ग्राउंड स्टेशन हमें वास्तविक समय पे यान की जानकारी उपलब्ध कराते रहेंगे
You read a book about Czechoslovakia.
के समय यान हमारे ग्राउंड स्टेशन की दृष्टि से
I
पहुंच
don't
जा
know
चुका
what kind of
होगा
information would you
मिशन
want.
बहुत
Czechoslovakia
तेज
no longer
मिशन
exists. It's
मॉनिटर
Slovak
ने
Republic and
दक्षिणी पैसिफिक
Czechia. They
महासागर
renamed
में
it. It used to
स्थित
be
किया
Czech
गया है
Republic. I don't know actually why they
PS4
renamed it. I think it's
और
silly.
उड़ान 2 की जानकारी उपलब्ध कराएगा
Yeah, 3 minutes
इसके बाद
left.
PS4 शट ऑफ और आदित्य L1 के अंतक्षेपण की पुष्टि कुरु फ्रेंच गयाना स्थित ग्राउंड स्टेशन से की जाएगी
Look, you guys, I just only want to be super honest with you. I think that India is doing really, really great. And from where I'm sitting, I can only be truthful with you. I don't see how anyone would be jealous. So I don't know how you understand the word jealous. I would love to know your definition and why you think that is. But this is just my super honest opinion. This is what I feel like there is a difference between your mentality and how the West perceives things, because it's a very different culture. This is why I said, like, the more I learn about the culture, I think it's just interesting to observe how different the mentalities and the way people think. So, okay. Thank you, Time. I really hope, like, I feel like people are actually cheering on you rather than anything else. 1 minute left. Okay, so I'm going to increase ISRO volume. And let's...
Minus 55 seconds.
All subs are armed.
Minus 50 seconds.
All sequencers armed.
Thank you.
हमारे साथ बने
Thank
रहिए।
you.
अब
Swapnil,
40 सेकंड
thank
पर
you.
Minus 40 seconds.
Thanks for the support.
प्रमोशन किया
PS2
जाएगा।
VHPP open.
Minus
Yeah.
35 seconds.
Okay, guys, I'm going to be quiet
Minus
for
30
now.
seconds.
Real-time programs activated.
Minus 25 seconds.
PS2 VSPP open.
Minus 20 seconds.
PS1 ignition RMS arm.
Minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8,
Absolutely.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Shit, it's happening. Wow, wow, wow.
Plus
wow.
5 seconds.
Lift off normal.
P1 tracking.
PT tracking.
Plus 10
Magnificent
seconds.
liftoff of PSLV C-57 with Aditya L-1 on board.
Wow.
Plus 15 seconds.
PSLV-C 57 का सफल उत्थापन और इसके साथ
Plus 20 seconds.
प्रथम भारतीय सौर अंतरिक्ष यान निकल चुका है सूर्य के
Plus
तेज से
25
विज्ञान को प्रकाश करने।
Air lead strap on ignited.
इसके साथ ही
Plus
एक और
30
कदम
seconds.
है अंतर्ग्रहीय सफर में भारत की उपस्थिति सिद्ध करने का।
Amazing.
आप देख रहे हैं PSLV-C 57 प्रथम चरण पूरी तरह सामान्य।
The rocket flying forth, following nominal trajectory and developing nominal thrust. The bright fumes against a clear midday sky.
Engine main auto.
A rocket launch is more than just a sight to behold.
First
The
stage
roaring
performance
sound and the
normal.
vibrations that we can feel
Just
here,
1 minute.
adding to this, the thrill, are just amazing. Ground-lit and air-lit strap-ons
Wow.
operating together with the first stage, S-139.
Ground lead strap on separated.
जैसा कि निर्धारित है ग्राउंड लेड स्ट्रैप ऑन को
First
सेपरेट कर
stage
दिया गया है
performance normal.
और प्रथम चरण का निष्पादन सामान्य है। इस घटनाक्रम में अगला एयर लेड स्ट्रैप ऑन को यान से पृथक कर दिया जाएगा।
Air lead strap on separated.
जी हाँ, इसकी भी पुष्टि हो गई है। स्ट्रैप ऑन को सफलतापूर्वक पृथक कर दिया गया है।
We are 100 seconds past the launch time. The ground-lit and air-lit strap-ons have been separated. S-139 motor still thrusting.
S-139
First stage
110
separated.
सेकंड के प्रज्वलन
Second
काल के
stage
पश्चात
engine
उसे
started.
भी
Closed
पृथक
loop
कर दिया गया
guidance
है।
initiated.
Plus 2 minutes.
द्वितीय चरण जो कि तरल नोदक पर आधारित चरण है, इसका प्रज्वलन शुरू हो चुका है और वर्तमान में प्रणोद
Second
उत्पन्न
stage
कर रहा है।
performance normal.
The launch vehicle is at an altitude of 73 kilometers.
Wow.
First stage has been separated. Second
Yes.
stage has begun its operation and the closed loop guidance has been initiated.
Wow.
According to the announcement by Range Operations Director, PS2 is developing nominal thrust.
Wow.
PS2 41 टन के तरल नोदक पर आधारित चरण है। इसमें विकास इंजन द्वारा 800 किलो न्यूटन का प्रणोद उत्पन्न होता है
Yes,
और
so
इसका
far so
प्रज्वलन
good.
काल लगभग 150
How
सेकंड
are
का
we
होगा।
feeling?
Shar and Port Blair tracking stations presently acquiring signals. Flight path closely matching the prediction.
Plus 3 minutes.
वर्तमान में यान क्लोज लूप गाइडेंस के अंतर्गत है।
Second stage performance normal.
यान की ऊंचाई 106 किलोमीटर तथा सापेक्ष गति 3 किलोमीटर प्रति सेकंड।
The velocity addition in PS2 regime is going to be from 2 kilometers per second to 4.9 kilometers per second.
Payload fairing separated.
Woo! So cool.
Payload fairing covering the Aditya L-1 spacecraft has been separated.
Oh, when
The
will
current altitude of the launch vehicle is 118 kilometers.
they said around 200 days?
Relative velocity exceeding 3.8. kilometers per second.
जी हाँ, यान अब घने वातावरण से बाहर जा चुका है, इसलिए ऊष्मा कवच की जरूरत नहीं रह जाती है और इस कारण इसे
Plus
यान
4
से
minutes.
पृथक कर दिया जाता है।
Second stage performance normal.
For months.
द्वितीय चरण वर्तमान में प्रणोद उत्पन्न करता हुआ और यान पूरी तरह सामान्य प्रदर्शन करता हुआ अपने अनुमानित पथ की ओर बढ़ रहा है।
Second stage separated. Third stage ignited.
How are we feeling?
द्वितीय चरण को भी सफलतापूर्वक यान से पृथक कर दिया गया है उसके प्रज्वलन काल समाप्त होने पर।
Normal.
और तृतीय चरण जो कि ठोस नोदक पर आधारित चरण है, इसे इसका प्रज्वलन
Thank
शुरू
you,
हो चुका
Yash.
है।
Yeah, I definitely will need your support for the
We are
10K.
close to 5
Actually,
minutes
the only
past the launch
person
time.
from
Presently,
Slovakia
the third
doing
stage of
this and anything. I'm
PSLV
not
is
so sure if anyone
operational,
else is
developing
doing
nominal
this. So feel
thrust.
free to like this video, share it with anyone you know.
Plus
You
5
know,
minutes.
get it to at least 1K.
तृतीय चरण में
Um,
7.6 टन के ठोस नोदक का प्रयोग होता है और इसका प्रज्वलन काल 117.7
Yeah,
सेकंड का होगा।
sun images would be
इस
really
दौरान यह 240 किलोन्यूटन का प्रणोद उत्पन्न करेगा।
Oh, how many languages? I'm just speaking English and Slovak. I understand Czech because it's similar.
वर्तमान में यान की ऊंचाई
Oh, thank you
134
so
किलोमीटर
much for the
तथा
chat.
सापेक्ष गति 5.96 किलोमीटर प्रति
Happy
सेकंड।
birthday, Sharma. Yeah. So yeah, I understand a bit of Polish. I
जैसा
understand
कि हम
some
जानते हैं
Hungarian,
PSLV सबसे
some German,
विश्वसनीय
but very little.
रॉकेट रहा है इसरो का। वैसा ही प्रदर्शन करता हुआ एक और मिशन PSLV C57 का।
For the present mission, after PS3 completes
Plus
its
6
burn
minutes.
duration,
Okay.
a coast phase of 200 seconds will follow, in which the rocket will continue to be steered while there is no development of thrust.
Oh well, thank you so much. Yeah. I
जी
don't
हाँ,
even
अभी
think of
कुछ ही
myself
क्षणों
as a
में
YouTuber. I think of
PS3
myself
का
like I'm doing this as a hobby.
प्रज्वलन काल समाप्त हो चुका है
But
और
yeah.
कोस्टिंग फेज इसके बाद
But I don't
जारी
think
रहेगा।
there is anyone in India like or
Combined hosting for
doing
approximately
reaction
200
from
seconds.
Slovakia and India. So I'm the only person. I am from Slovakia. Cosmic Seer, if that's how I pronounce that. So yeah, please do continue to like and share.
Unique
So
to this mission,
1K likes.
the PS4
Right.
Normal.
will start twice at pre-designated
What is
times and
actually
duration.
called Cutly? Hi, Nidhi.
The multiple start capability of PS4 will be utilized very
Oh,
aptly to
I'm planning
achieve
a
the
trip.
argument of
Tell me where to
perigee
go in India.
of
I was thinking of Goa.
346.6 degrees,
Tell me
which
the
is
hot
very
springs,
crucial for this mission.
amazing.
The commencement and duration of PS4 burns enable
Sweet.
achieving this orbital parameter.
Gosh, I have a sweet tooth.
Argument of perigee is the angle that is made by the perigee point from the ascending node at equatorial plane. AOP exceeding 300 degrees is helpful in mission planning to achieve halo orbit around L1
I was
with
kind of
minimal propellant
thinking Goa
expenditure.
just because of beach holidays. Oh, thank you, Raji. It's so kind. Oh, thank you, Prawad. I hope so. Please continue liking and
सभी वैज्ञानिक
following.
गहनता से अध्ययन करते हुए इन आंकड़ों का
You know
जो
what?
कि ग्राउंड
If I
स्टेशन
can,
द्वारा
we'll definitely
प्रसारित
go
किए जा रहे हैं।
this year to India.
वर्तमान में
At
PS3,
least for a week.
PS4 कंबाइंड
So I'll
कोस्टिंग
just
फेज
try
जारी है।
to go as full
यान की ऊंचाई
foreigners. I actually wanted
170
to go to
किलोमीटर
Bali, to be
तथा
honest.
सापेक्ष
For the
गति
longest time.
7.32 किलोमीटर प्रति सेकंड है।
Yeah, more than 1 million people because it's exciting. You guys just had like amazing major achievement, right, in your history, and this can be another one, which is super great. Oh, thank you, Tanmay. Thank you so much.
Vehicle performance normal.
Nice, full of Russians and Israeli. Okay, but it feels like Goa is pretty big, right? Like I looked like the people go to North Goa and stuff, but I was also looking at Kerala. I want to rule according to most people are fine. Yeah. Yes, please. Let's get this video to 500 likes.
Plus 9 minutes.
Speaking a few words about the Aditya L1, describing the
Oh, it's
sun,
Neil.
Indian
Into
Vedas have
your
said,
office meeting.
Esha Bhagavan
Hi.
Manirakaashamandalasya
Hi,
Chakravarti
Shivu.
Khechara Chakrasya Deepako Brahmanda Bhandasya
And then
Asayayu Charkarti Bharvati Jarhati Ja Jagat.
Hi.
This mighty jewel, the light of eastern sky, who generates, operates, and destroys the universe, while the energy of
Lots of love
sun,
back
after
to
having
India.
filtered by the atmosphere, is available for the sustenance of Earth.
I think I
The
would,
explosive phenomena in
when they
sun
come,
and the
I'll
solar
do
flares
perhaps the
are a cause for
for
concern to the
so far.
spacecraft and human
Hi,
space
Aran.
missions.
Bye
The
bye.
vantage point for such observations is a place in
Thank
between
you.
the sun and Earth.
Separated.
Okay, we have another success.
Now we have a successful separation event of
Amazing.
the third
Vertically
stage of
separated
PSLV.
hosting. It is approximately 900 seconds.
Plus 10 minutes.
Okay. Amazing.
जी हाँ, तृतीय चरण को सफलतापूर्वक पृथक कर दिया गया है
I just think where
और
I
अब
need to go
PS4
limited
होस्टिंग
days
फेज
of
पर है।
holidays, I'd have to
इस दौरान
find
कोई भी
somewhere and
प्रणोद उत्पन्न
fly
नहीं
out.
हो रहा है। यान
today.
प्राप्त संवेग से
I'm good, like,
आगे
how
बढ़ता
are
हुआ
you?
और निर्धारित पथ का अनुकरण करता हुआ जा रहा है।
We are 627 seconds from the launch.
Okay.
For another 600 more seconds or so, we will be getting tracking data from the BIAX ground station.
Thank you, Nadine. Lots of love back. Okay. Who is working today? It's Saturday. You guys don't work on Saturday, do you? Right? There are hundreds of space startups in India. Oh, interesting. I had no idea. Why is the
यह
so?
कोस्टिंग फेज लगभग 900 सेकंड का होगा। इस दौरान हम आपको कुछ जानकारी देते हैं। लैग्रेंज पॉइंट से जुड़ी कुछ रोचक तथ्य भी हैं, जैसे कि इस पॉइंट का नाम एक इटालियन फ्रेंच गणितज्ञ जोसेफ लुई लैग्रेंज के सम्मान में रखा गया था। उन्होंने 1972 में इसे अपनी तकनीकी प्रपत्र जनरल 3 बॉडी प्रॉब्लम में वर्णित किया है। लेकिन इससे पहले भी 3 पॉइंट L1, L2 और L3 को खोजने का श्रेय स्विस गणितज्ञ लेनार्ड आयलर को जाता है।
Why are you in the
L1
office
पॉइंट
on
पर
Saturday?
नासा ने पहले ही सोलर
You go to school and
एंड
college on
हेलियोस्फेरिक
Saturday. It's
ऑब्जर्वेटरी
like
सोहो
Russians.
को पहुंचा
Actually,
चुका
we
है
used to. So I
और
have a
विश्व
really good
प्रसिद्ध
friend.
जेम्स
She's
वेब
from
टेलीस्कोप
Moscow.
को L2 लैग्रेंज
And
पॉइंट पर
she
स्थापित
said
किया
that they
गया है।
used to go to school also on
L1 की
Saturday.
पृथ्वी से
Because we
सूर्य की दिशा में दूरी लगभग 15 लाख किलोमीटर है और इसे हम एस्ट्रोनॉमिकल यूनिट में 0.01 एस्ट्रोनॉमिकल यूनिट कह
Namaste,
सकते हैं। यह
Amara.
पृथ्वी से सूरज की दूरी का केवल 1% है।
Vivian, India-Pakistan cricket match.
Vantage point for observing sun
The challenge
is a
with
place
that
in between the sun and earth where direct visibility exists
is
to the sun
that I know nothing
while
about
continuous
cricket.
communication link exists with the earth. These observations will
Sunday is
generate a
Saturday. I had
forewarning
no idea.
about disturbances in near earth space environment which could pose danger to the communication systems and spacecrafts. Various thermal and magnetic phenomena on the sun are of extreme nature, which cannot be replicated in labs. The best way is to observe the sun up close.
Oh, I'd love to do Diwali in India.
The distance between the Earth and Sun is approximately 150 million kilometers. At the central region of the Sun, known as core, the temperature can reach as high as 15 million degrees Celsius.
But do you
Power
think that,
source
like, in
for
2
the
months'
Sun is
time,
nuclear
war is
fusion
going
of
to be like
hydrogen
hot?
atoms that takes place in the core. The visible surface of Sun is relatively cool and has a temperature of about 5,500 degrees Celsius. The ADITYA L-1 spacecraft is planned to be placed in a halo orbit around the Lagrangian point
Vehicle
1
performance
or
normal.
L1 of the Sun-Earth system, which is about 1.5 million kilometers from Earth,
Hi,
roughly 1% of the
it
distance
has
to Sun.
like launch or is in a
A
boat.
halo orbit is a periodic three-dimensional orbit near the Lagrange point
launch, which was
in
expressed.
the three-body
Oh.
problem of orbital mechanism. The object in this orbit stays in place by the gravity of Earth and Sun. It requires little energy for station keeping.
We still can't.
Several probes have been placed in space to observe the Sun by various
Wow.
space agencies.
That is crazy, Aman.
Lagrange's point L1 is a great location for solar explorers such as Aditya L1, as it allows for an unobstructed view of the Sun that is never eclipsed by Earth. At L1, Aditya L1 will join spacecraft such as ESA NASA's Solar Heliospheric Observatory or SOHO, which has been at L1 since
Oh
1996.
gosh, where's the study? Do you know what? But for the rest of our
लैग्रांज
life, we're
पॉइंट
forced to
एक
work.
ऐसी जगह है अंतरिक्ष में जहां अगर कोई चीज पहुंचती है तो वह वहीं बनी रहती है क्योंकि लैग्रांज पॉइंट पर दो बड़े द्रव्यमानों का गुरुत्वाकर्षण खिंचाव बराबर हो
Please, you
जाता है
guys, share, like, and
और
subscribe to
इसमें
this channel,
एक
and
अभिकेंद्रीय बल
to
है
read, so you
कि
have
जो
more
कि
people to
पिंड
listen
को
to this.
दोनों द्रव्यमान के साथ बनाए रखता है। ऐसे 5 लैग्रेंजियन पॉइंट्स होते हैं पृथ्वी और सूर्य के बीच। इन पॉइंट्स में अंतरिक्ष यान को भेजकर कम से कम ईंधन की खपत पर या उस स्थान पर अंतरिक्ष प्रयोगों को अध्ययन के लिए बनाए रखा जा सकता है। आदित्य L1 उपग्रह को भी ऐसे ही लैग्रांज पॉइंट 1 पर स्थापित किया जा रहा है। अंतरिक्ष यान को यहां तक पहुंचने में 125 दिन का समय लगेगा।
That is, I'm good. I'm not a model. No.
इस लैग्रेंजियन पॉइंट्स के कुछ
Um,
फायदे होते हैं,
oh,
जैसे
you
हम
know
यहाँ
what?
आदित्य L1 के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, तो यह अंतरिक्ष यान लैग्रेंजियन पॉइंट 1 के पास जाएगा और यहाँ ऐसा पॉइंट है जहाँ से सूर्य को बिना किसी ग्रहण या रुकावट के निरंतर देखा जा सकेगा और अध्ययन किया जा सकेगा।
I would love that.
दूसरा फायदा यह कि विभिन्न मापन या विश्लेषणों के लिए किसी भी तरह की रुकावट या कमी नहीं आएगी। वायु न होने की वजह से इससे दूर तक स्पष्ट देखा जा सकेगा। लैग्रेंज पॉइंट पर इस वेधशाला को रखने का मुख्य कारण यह भी है कि यहाँ उपग्रह लगभग स्थिर रहेगा और उपग्रह के अभिवृद्धि नियंत्रण के लिए अधिक ईंधन की आवश्यकता नहीं होगी।
How did you like Bratislava, by the way?
वर्तमान में PS4 चरण का कोस्टिंग फेज जारी है।
This looks pretty cool.
अब यान की ऊंचाई 280 किलोमीटर तथा सापेक्ष गति
I'm pushing my country right now.
7.18
I have no
किलोमीटर प्रति
idea.
सेकंड है।
It's still early morning, but it's gone quite cold.
अब यह उचित अभिवृद्धि प्राप्त कर पुनः प्रज्वलित किया जाएगा।
So in Bratislava right now, the forecast it says is 19 degrees, so it's cold. Like it feels like it's already like
Vehicle performance normal.
The Aditya L1 spacecraft
Oh,
carries 7
thank
payloads
you.
to observe the protosphere,
Sure. Did you
chromosphere,
actually
and corona,
manage to speak to
which is the
some people?
outermost
Because
layer
I
of the
find it
Sun.
very reserved.
These payloads use electromagnetic, particle, and magnetic field detectors. First among the 4 remote sensing payloads is Visible Emission Line Chronograph,
Wow, Center in
VELC,
collaboration with
which is a
Zuzana.
prime payload
Yeah, that's
designed
cool.
as a reflective coronagraph with a multislit spectrograph.
Cool.
This payload is developed jointly by Indian Institute of Astrophysics, Laboratory of Electro-Optical Systems, UR Rao Satellite Center, ISRO Inertial Systems Unit, and Space Applications Center.
Wow.
The second payload is Solar Low Energy
Hi,
X-ray
Abdullah. Thank you.
Spectrometer or SOLEX, designed to measure the solar soft X-ray flux to study
No, we don't go.
solar
It's
flares.
a potato nation.
This payload is developed by UR Rao Satellite
I don't
Center.
know who Alexandra Daddario.
Third payload is the Solar Earth Ultraviolet Imaging Telescope SUIT, which is a UV telescope to image the
Yes,
solar
yes,
disk in the near
I don't actually know
ultraviolet
much about
wavelength
the
range.
relationship between Slovakia. So
The payload is developed by Inter-University
university
Center
I left
for
to live in the UK.
Astronomy and Astrophysics, Pune,
And
LEOS,
so I did not kind
URSC,
of observe
and
like,
IISU.
anything when it came to politics or
The fourth
stuff.
payload is High Energy L1 Orbiting X-ray
I
Spectrometer
to help
or
us launch
HELIOS,
satellite as well.
developed by URSC, is
Vehicle
a hard
performance
X-ray
normal.
spectrometer designed to study solar flares in high energy X-rays. The fifth payload is the one which is meant for in situ observations. This is ADITYA Solar Wind Particle Experiment,
Wow.
or otherwise called as ASPECS, which comprises of spectrometers to measure low energy particles
Are you
and high
traveling
energy
to
ions.
Russia?
This payload is developed by Physical Research Laboratory.
Isn't it fascinating, like how much,
The
like,
sixth payload is Plasma Analyzer Package for ADITYA, in short, PAPA.
I don't do yoga
It
anymore.
is
I'm
designed
sorry.
to
I actually, yeah,
understand the solar winds
I'm
and
very good
its
with working out.
composition
I
and
don't
perform
do back
mass
to work.
analysis of solar winds. This payload is developed by Vikram Sarabhai Space Center. The seventh payload is a magnetometer or MAG developed by LEOS, which will measure the low intensity interplanetary magnetic field in space using a pair of magnetic sensors.
जी हाँ, आदित्य L1 उपग्रह में नितभार के बारे में जानते हुए इसमें सुदूर संवेदन नितभार हैं और यथास्थिति प्रेक्षण नितभार लगे हुए हैं। सुदूर संवेदन नितभार में सूर्य का प्रेक्षण करने के लिए
Plus 20
VELC
minutes.
20 minutes?
कोरोना प्रतिबिंबन और वर्णक्रम मापन के
Yeah.
लिए है। सोलर अल्ट्रावायलेट इमेजिंग
Vehicle
टेलीस्कोप जो
performance
कि संकीर्ण
normal.
और ब्रॉडबैंड फ्रीक्वेंसी में फोटोस्फीयर और क्रोमोस्फीयर प्रतिबिंबन यह पैराबैंगनी प्रतिबिंबन टेलीस्कोप है।
Imagine the nerves of all the people that actually worked on it, and they just like really want to make it a success. I doubt that something is going to fail. I feel like there is lots of very smart people that
इसी
work
क्रम में अगला है
like
SOLEX
lots of
सोलर लो एरे
already.
लो एनर्जी एक्सरे
So,
स्पेक्ट्रोमीटर जो कि सॉफ्ट एक्सरे वर्णक्रम मापी है जो कि सूर्य के प्रेक्षण के लिए प्रयोग किया जाएगा।
you know what I would wonder? Maybe you guys
इसमें
know this. What are all the
HEL1OX हाई
people
एनर्जी
like
L1
doing their
ऑर्बिटिंग एक्सरे
exam? Like, what
स्पेक्ट्रोमीटर है
is
जो
it
कि
that
हार्ड
they're just
एक्सरे
like in
वर्णक्रम मापी है।
control,
इसकी
or just like
अभिकल्पना
observing?
सोलर
What
फ्लेयर
exactly
के
is the
अध्ययन के लिए
purpose
की गई
sitting
है।
there?
यथास्थिति नितभार में आदित्य सोलर विंड पार्टिकल एक्सपेरिमेंट इसका उद्देश्य है सोलर पवन सौर पवन में भारी आयंस प्रोटॉन्स और अल्फा पार्टिकल का विश्लेषण करना। अगला है प्लाज्मा एनालाइजर पैकेज फॉर आदित्य। यह
Hi,
भी
thank
सौर
you,
पवन
Raji. Thank you so
में
much
उपस्थित
for
कणों
the
में
support. Please do
इलेक्ट्रॉन और भारी
like, share,
आयंस की दिशा
subscribe
के
to this
साथ
video
विश्लेषण
so we
करने
can
के लिए इसे
increase the
बनाया गया
reach
है।
and we get more of us join the
एडवांस
party.
ट्राइएक्सिल हाई रेजोल्यूशन डिजिटल मैग्नेटोमीटर इसे
I don't know what that
त्रिअक्षीय
group
चुंबकीय
is.
क्षेत्र की
actually.
यथास्थिति मापन करने के लिए बनाया गया है और ऐसे दो समुच्चय लगे हुए हैं इस उपग्रह में।
Thank you, Soham. You know what? I think you guys have just so much to be proud of. It's unbelievable. I think that India is such a nation that other people that
Vehicle performance
they're
normal.
not coming from the prominent rich countries can aspire.
यान पूरी तरह सामान्य
It's really cool.
सभी तंत्र सामान्य रूप
Yeah,
से
it
कार्य
is
कर रहे हैं
definitely landlocked.
और यान अपनी उद्देश्य कक्षा की ओर बढ़ रहा है।
So we have lakes. We have lakes actually. Where I grew up, there were like 20 kilometers away.
आदित्य L1 के नितभार इसरो व अन्य
There's
वैज्ञानिक
big
संस्थानों
lake
के
that
साथ
we
मिलकर
tend
तैयार
to
किए
check
गए हैं।
out. So
विजिबल एमिशन लाइन क्रोनोग्राफ VLC इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ
oh,
एस्ट्रोफिजिक्स
oh,
बेंगलुरु
good.
द्वारा
Thank you
तैयार
so
किया गया है।
much. I hope
सोलर
that
अल्ट्रावायलेट
you're
इमेजिंग
right.
टेलीस्कोप
And
सूट
then I can make
इंटर
it a
यूनिवर्सिटी
full-time
सेंटर
career.
फॉर एस्ट्रोनॉमी एंड एस्ट्रोफिजिक्स पुणे द्वारा निर्मित है। सोलेक्स और हेलियोस दोनों ही UR राव सैटेलाइट सेंटर बेंगलुरु द्वारा निर्मित किए गए हैं। ASPX और PAPA स्पेस फिजिक्स लेबोरेटरी VSSC तिरुवनंतपुरम द्वारा निर्मित किए गए हैं। और अंत में मैग्नेटोमीटर लेबोरेटरी फॉर इलेक्ट्रो ऑप्टिक्स सिस्टम्स बेंगलुरु द्वारा निर्मित किया गया है।
So what are these people doing sitting there? Are they like in charge or certain controls? What is happening? That is what I fail to understand. Like they're all
यह
watching
पोस्ट
the
फेज
screen.
जारी
Are
रहने
they
वाला
doing
है।
something? Are they
आइए
not?
इस अंतराल में आपको लिए चलते हैं इस मिशन से जुड़ी चर्चा में जहां वरिष्ठ वैज्ञानिक हमारे प्रश्नों के उत्तर देंगे और फिर इस चर्चा के बाद हम वापस आएंगे लाइव इवेंट्स में।
As we are in the low visibility region of the flight path, we take you to the discussion room where the key personnel connected with the Aditya L1 will enlighten more on the payload
State of
and
our
its
love
purpose.
back.
Over to discussion
India.
room.
Welcome viewers. After
Okay.
India's made history with the Chandrayaan 3 moon launch, it has now set its eyes on the sun. These scientific breakthroughs back to back are like feathers on our country's hats.
Range Operation
In
Director,
fact, these celestial
as per
bodies
telemetry
are
station
very
deployment for
important and are considered as
loss of signal
sacred bodies
for
in
biacquisition
multiple
of
global religions.
vehicle is now
The
in
sun is the
non-visibility
central
period.
body of our solar
The
system.
non-visibility period
The
is
world revolves
approximately
around it,
2 to 3
and it
days.
is a source of
During this
energy for
non-visibility
all
period,
planets, including the
post-stage
Earth.
ban won't happen
Today,
for the
I'm
period
joined
of
by all the
9 to 10
scientists
seconds.
who have
During this
played behind
non-visibility
the
Oh
period,
scenes to
wow, I
make this
can't
project
deal
a
with
grand
the
success.
cuteness of the
And
girl.
I'm Srinidhi,
on the
reaching
video
out
wall.
to you from the
Flight
Satish
parameters
Dhawan
will
Space
not be
Center,
updated. All stations
Love you,
Srinagar.
Anik.
And today we'll be discussing about the impact and the benefits of the
Bye,
Aditya L-1
Bishwaid.
space mission. So today we are joined by Dr. Anil Bharatwaj, Director of PRI,
I love this girl. I can't deal.
Dr.
She's so
Professor
sweet.
Annapurni Subramanian, Director of Indian Institute of Astrophysics, Dr. Sankara Subramanian, Principal
Okay,
Scientist of
I will try
Aditya
to look
L-1
at
mission,
the reaction, but I know nothing
Dr.
about
Durgesh
cricket. I don't know
Reddy,
if you guys would be
PI of
interested in me
SJ110,
reacting on cricket
Dr.
because
Dipankar
literally I
Banerjee,
don't know rules,
Director
don't
of
know anything.
IRIS, Nainital, Dr. Satish Tampi, PI of PAPA,
Look how the
and
men
Dr.
are
Vipin K.
smiling
Yadav,
because they
PI
find
of
her endearing. It's so cute. So cute.
Magnetometer, joining us today for a 25-minute fireside chat on the sidelines of Aditya L1 launch. To start with the principal scientist and PI of SOLEX, Dr. Sankara Subramaniam,
So
why is Aditya
is this
L1
the
mission
end,
so important,
you
and what are
guys?
the objectives of this
Because
mission?
if she's saying talking about 25 fireside chat, I just wonder if this is like the end of it.
India for providing a great opportunity for the solar and heliophysics community of the country. Both solar, heliophysics, as well as astronomy thrives on data. More the data you have, we get more understanding about the system. And sun is our
Hello,
own
Absolute
star, our dearmost star. So understanding them is much more important for our everyday life. So this mission, Aditya, when it was conceived initially, with a support from our Professor
Oh, right.
Yadav,
I'm actually not even
along with Dr.
checking
Srikumar
where
and
I'm on the
Professor G.
subscriber
Srinivasan.
button. But yeah, if you can
We
get me
made
to
sure that
8K,
we
I
will
would be
have
super
a unique
grateful.
data set which is not available from any other missions
Oh, it's not over.
internationally.
So we
So
just
the
got to
7
get some
payloads what
education
was
about the
conceived for
sun.
this particular mission will provide a
The
unique
blind
set of
region.
data which is currently
Oh,
not
so hard
available
to
from
track
any other
it.
missions, which will provide
So I
us
guess that will be the
new
next
insight
part
into
where
the
we'll have
solar
to
and
see
heliophysics
how it is
community in
tracking.
India, and provides some important aspects like the initiation of the coronal mass
It's a
ejections,
break.
the
Okay.
speed at which it
I
gets
love that they
initiated,
picked a
and
girl
some
talking to
wave bands which
scientists.
are
It's
very
just so
important for the
cute.
Earth
It's just like can't deal.
ionospheric connections like near ultraviolet band, and the high energy particles, which is high energy radiations, as well as particles which is coming from the solar flares and coronal mass ejections. So these are the informations which would be available from this particular mission, which will allow us to understand the sun, its dynamics, as well as the inner heliosphere, which is an important element for the current day technology, as well as the space weather aspects of it.
Thank you so much for your remarks, sir. So now we move on to Dr. Anil Bharatwaj. So the sun is a very important energy source of life. Having understood that, it creates a trouble when it's angry. How does Aditya L1 helps us through the mission?
Thank you and good morning, viewers. First of all, let me tell you that Aditya L1 is a multi-wavelength, multi-instrument, and multi-directional mission. Multi-wavelength because it works in X-rays, UV, and visible. Multi-instrument because there are 7 experiments on board. And multi-directional because it looks not only in the sun direction, but also around it. Now, when the sun becomes angry, there are 2 types of process which happens. One is solar flares, that means electromagnetic radiation, which reaches the Earth in 8 minutes. But along with that, there is a mass which is also ejected out in form of plasma, and that can take about 2 to 4 days to reach the Earth.
Wow.
What we are looking for from the Aditya L1 mission is to see the impact of solar flares as well as coronal mass ejections as they come to the Earth. We have instruments which look at not only in the sun direction, but also in other directions, for example, perpendicular to ecliptic or in the Earth directions. The impact is that we need to see when the sun becomes quite angry, what are the ways in which it is affecting the planet Earth. And L1 point being at point L1, which is just 1% away from the Earth,
Hi,
it is
Joe.
able
Lovely
to
to meet
provide us a
you.
lot of new
Thank you for
information
joining.
of the plasma and the
Um,
electromagnetic radiations which is reaching the planet Earth.
Okay, you guys. So this is
Thank
very,
you so much,
very
sir. So now we'll move on to Dr.
interesting.
Annapurni Subramaniam.
Yeah, no,
So
I
the
think it's
science
always
behind
really
this
nice
mission is
to watch
very
when
unique.
it comes
So
to
what's the impact of
company. And I think that obviously now they're going to be speaking for like a half an hour, and I do already feel like obviously this has been a successful launch and successful mission. So I just kind of wanted to congratulate you guys, and I think it's really really great, and hopefully it gets in a couple of months to the place where it needs to be, and then it can benefit all the humanity and stuff. So I think, with that, I just also wanted to mention I am the only person from Slovakia that is actually doing this type of reactions on India. So if you could please support and like this video and share with anyone you think might be interested, I would be super super grateful, and subscribe. And yes, and I think that with that, I'm not too sure how but you wanted to really stay on, but I feel like we've done something successful today. You guys have done, and many congratulations to you. And I think that I'll just conclude the video. I think that we are very much confident that this has been a successful mission. So yeah, so I kind of wanted to thank you so much for watching this with me, and I'm going to, I think, end this now, and I just hope you enjoyed the cricket match today after the successful ADITYA mission. So I wanted to wish you still amazing rest of your day, and I hope to see you in my next video. You guys take care. Bye bye.